Yo, welcome back everybody. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the best loadouts in my opinion for Warzone beginners, for people that are brand new to Warzone. Now number one in my list here, it is the Grau. I know, the OG Grau. This actually has been my go-to loadout lately for the past few days. If you guys been watching my streams and all that, you guys will know that I've been using this Grau a lot with the Modern Warfare MP5. It's actually really good now. Like, since it got buffed, it's actually decent. Now this is my class setup: mono, 26.4 Archangel, tac laser, commando, 50 rounds. I recommend the 60, but 50 rounds is for me, bro. You do run a little bit faster, and your ADS is not as affected as if you were running with the 60. But since you are a Warzone beginner, I recommend 60. You know, more forgiving shots. If you miss a few shots, it's more forgiving. But if you want to be a little bit quick, faster. Let's say you're running solos, you don't really need 60 if you're running solos. If you're running like trios or quads, then definitely 60. But solos and duos, but you could probably get away with 50. You know, you end up being a little bit faster with the 50 rounds there. Now the Grau, since it did get buffed in like a week or two ago in their update, weapon balancing update, is actually pretty decent now, bro. I be beating a lot of gunfights, especially at range, and you know the low recoil makes it extremely easy to use. And also the super incredible simple iron sight, yo. I like the iron sight is just so clean as this weapon. You can literally fry people from 150 200 meters with just the iron sight, bro, because it's that simple. It's literally just this, bro. It's super clean, probably the cleanest iron sight in any gun that I've used in Call of Duty history, bro. So I recommend the Grau. Super easy to use. The Grau's the beamer right now, bro. Now for your secondary, my back pocket right now is the Modern Warfare MP5 with the Grau. Monolithic integral barrel, 5 milliwatt, because the hip fire on this MP5 is nasty, bro. Also with the Merc, so we get a little bit better hip fire and recoil control. 45 round max is really an option. 10 millimeters is for multiplayer. 45 for Warzone. Stippled. Now I run FTAC here, the stock. I run the FTAC collapse stock because I do get better movement speed and ADS speed, but you do get more recoil when you run this stock. So that's why I recommend for the Warzone beginners, stippled grip tape, because you don't get more you're not gonna get more recoil or anything. It's gonna be a really solid, straight, easy to control recoil. Plus you do get a little bit better ADS, sprint to fire speed with stippled here. So boom, this is the load I recommend for your back pocket MP5 for the Warzone beginners. Super simple to use, insanely nasty. If you can learn how to hip fire people like 5 meters up close, it's insanely nasty, bro. You can literally hip fire people up to like 15 meters because the hip fire thing is so small. So I enjoy running the MP5. It's just great solid option. Now for my second loadout here for you will be the Kilo Schmigilo, bro. Now I know the Kilo Schmigilo is not the best AR, but since the Warzone meta is so open right now, you can basically almost get away with using anything. Now I put the Kilo on here because yet again is one of the easiest guns to use in the game, bro. It's incredibly almost no recoil, super easy to use. 60 rounds, you know, it has decent. It is not flying all over the place like I said with the recoil, and this is just a decent gun, bro. You know, it's still a fun gun to use here and there. You could definitely beam people if you get a lot of chest shots and headshots with the Kilo. I know I've dropped like 220 bombs after the whole nerfs and everything after the Kilo they did with the Kilo a few seasons ago. So it's still a solid option, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now what I will run with the Kilo will be a Bullfrog here. This will be the Bullfrog setup for the Warzone beginners. Grau suppressor, task force, target team. You don't need to run target team like at all. Like this is the way I run it. But you do get more movement speed with target team, and also better hip fire accuracy and movement speed with the bruiser. So those two kind of like join together, and you like zooming throughout the map. But if let's say you don't like the iron sight, you could put like a microflex LED or something like that. Ammunitions, you should be chilling with ammo because you get 50 rounds already, so you know 50 rounds is already enough. Even for quads is enough. KGB skeletal stock, sprint to fire time, and you know your mobility is way more better. You can also use Spetsnaz PKM if you want better strafing speed, or no stock if you want better sprint to fire speed. But I recommend one of these two preferably. These are the best two stocks for the Bullfrog. Yeah, that's the Bullfrog class. The Bullfrog is insanely low recoil. All of these guns in my list are easy to use. They're no guns with a lot of recoil, so you know they're simple to use, something to just get you started filling in Warzone and stuff like that. So I highly recommend the Bullfrog. Really good, solid option, bro. You know, it's not bad at all. It's not the worst SMG. It's not the best SMG, but it's probably definitely top 5 up there. Like I said, the Warzone meta is so open right now. There's nothing that's just insanely broken. You know what I mean? So you could really just be using anything and you'll be chilling, bro. Now, right now, for my third setup, for my third loadout here is I have the FARA. Now, the FARA is definitely meta. Top 3 up there in the meta. I know I just said the meta is open. But this is one of the more better ARs in the game right now. The Grau suppressor, the last barrel here, 3x scope, 60 rounds, Spetsnaz grip for less recoil. You do get a little bit more recoil now that after like the buff and everything, but it's nothing insane. Like I said, it's one of the best ARs in the game still. Good TTK, good fire rate, and low recoil. It still like I said, the buff they give it. The nerf. Was it a nerf? Yeah, it was a nerf. It did give me more recoil, but it's nothing like insane where you can control it anymore. So I still recommend the FARA. Even my girl Bubbly uses it and she still be fine out. She broke her PR after like the whole fire nerf and stuff like that. So I recommend it. Like I said, for those Warzone beginners, if you want to get up there in those high tier weapons, FARA is the way to go right now. Now next is the Milano for secondary. It has the back pocket here. Now with the Milano, it did get a nerf. It did get a nerf in the latest weapon balancing update in Warzone. But I picked this Milano up one day from the ground loot, and let me tell you, bro, it was insanely easy. Like this thing virtually had no recoil. I think it had this. It was like this, and it had no recoil at all, bro. Literally no recoil at all, bro. Not even joking when I say this. And it had the task force agency field agent, 55 rounds, and microflex LED. It has no stock, but it has no recoil, bro. Like you can literally use this setup for like 50 meters and up, because y'all know the Milano's like one of the best SMGs to use at range. This thing is real nasty, bro. A good contender to use as a sniper support, and especially if you want the gun with literally the least recoil, use this Milano class, bro. This thing is disgusting. No recoil. But since I can't control the recoil, me personally, I use Raider stock so I could get a little bit better speed. But like I said, for the Warzone beginners, if you literally just want the least amount of recoil, run it like this, bro, and you're gonna get no recoil, bro. Literally. And it was pretty accurate with the microflex LED. So might end up like myself running microflex LEDs on SMGs now, because it was really accurate and easier to hit your targets. You know, most of the time I always run it like this. But you know, maybe it's time to switch it up a notch and run an optic, because it does make your aiming a little bit easier. Our next gun here, our next loadout is the Krig. Krig is basically like a Kilo with a little bit more damage, slightly, very slightly more recoil than the Kilo. But like I said, it reminds me like a Kilo, hits like a Kilo, does a little bit more damage than the Kilo, but it's like right there. You know, it's a corridor Krig. It's all right. You know, top 3, definitely top 3 right now with the FARA and stuff like that up there. Fully recommended for Warzone beginners. Like I said, low recoil, hits like a Kilo, reminds me of a Kilo, bro, but it's just like a colder version of it. So yeah, I recommend the Krig. Nothing too much about the Krig. You know, Krig is a Krig. It's pretty good though. I've seen a lot of people use it and people fry out with this. Like they get 30 bombs, 28s. Of course those are pros, but it's very low recoil. Even on console, it's low recoil, boys. And now a lot of us people are on console. That's why I'm trying to pick and choose the weapons with the least recoil on console, because I am on console myself still. So yeah, bro. So over here for our secondary, we do got the Mac 10E10, the OG Mac 10. This is the setup I built for it. I did put a field agent just for less recoil, just because the Mac 10 does shake a little bit, since it does have a insane fire rate. But with this setup, you should be straight chilling, bro. Put the SAS combat stock on here, because you do get better strafing speed. You could put Raider if you want better sprint to fire speed time, but relatively, you know, with the strafing speed will make you feel like really good in mid gunfight while you're in the gunfight. So I'm definitely gonna start rocking this. If you don't want to lose speed, then you could just use forward grip. It'll still help out with recoil. But like I said, the Mac 10 does got a little bit of recoil, but it shoots insanely quick. Is really good. You know, those 5, 10, 15 meter range fights is really good. It's the OG Mac 10, you know what I'm saying? Now for my 5th class here is I do got the OG. This is the OG, the M4A1, bro. Class setup for it, yeah, sure, already know that. M16 Grenadier, 3x scope, 60 rounds commando. Now the reason I put this on the list is because it's probably the easiest gun to just level up in Warzone right now, since it's like literally the starter gun when you start off Warzone. So you know, it's not the worst. It's not bad. Like, by all means, it's actually not that bad. J God has actually said that it's relatively actually really good. Even Swag had used it a few days ago and he was fried out with it, bro. It does have probably the most recoil out of all of these weapons here on my list, but it has pretty decent damage profiles. Like I said, it's the OG. Easiest gun to level up in the game right now, definitely. Since it is the starter weapon. Now here, you can basically like pick and choose what shotgun, but I do got a shotgun on the list. I know y'all, I know some of y'all don't like shotguns, but if you got to think about it, for if you're just coming into Warzone right now, you're not gonna know much. You might not know a lot about the map, so you might be a little bit campy, you know what I'm saying? I recommend a shotty, bro. It's gonna work for you. Doesn't work for everybody, but it's gonna work for you, bro. I know shotguns are gonna be shotguns up close, bro. Agency, reinforced heavy. For the, what was this called? The Gallo's a solid option. You can really pick and choose, like I said, whichever shotgun. The street sweeper, the Gallo, I recommend. The R90 with the fire shotgun, with the fire bullets. The Origin is decent, and the Jack 12. Those are the shotguns that I recommend. Do not use a VOK. Do not use a Model 680 or a 725 or a HAR. Please don't use those. But any other shotgun than those is a pretty solid option. You know, a shotgun is a shotgun. Attachments are not going to change much on it. All I did is just really put effective damage range. This laser gives it more range somehow. And then this barrel hit fire, fire rate, and then effective damage range. And then the agency choke, you get more range and stuff like that. So, you know, regular shotgun build. Recommend running a shotgun, especially if you are a Warzone beginner. It's gonna be good for you, bro. Now the last class setup here that I got, it is a Car 98 OG. Again, like I said, old reliable Car 98, one shot to the head. If you could get good at sniping, bro, then you're gonna be a really good player, bro. Especially if you could get those headshots with the Car 98. It doesn't matter what range it is. It's gonna be always a one-shot headshot. Also has the best bullet velocity, fastest sniper right now in the game still. This is the best class for it. Class has been around for a very long time now. So yeah, boys, I recommend the Car 98. I've been sniping a lot lately and it's been feeling pretty decent. Now I'm pairing it up with the ASVAL, which is, in my opinion, the best sniper support weapon, but it does have a lot of recoil. Actually, the ASVAL probably definitely has more recoil than the M4. But it is the best TTK gun in the game. You know, best for especially using like a sniper support. I highly recommend the ASVAL. But if you don't want to use the ASVAL, you might have too much recoil for you since you are new to Warzone. Then I recommend that Milano class that I said earlier with this one right here, the one I was talking to y'all boys about, where you hit go and make the Milano like this. Perfect option to run it as a sniper support. Milano with the Car 98. This Milano will work perfectly. So you know, that's a pretty good build to run as sniper support. I don't even know why I have EOD on here double time. Did I talk about perks? Yeah, I don't know if I talk about perks. Yeah, I'll talk about perks in a quick minute. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I already showed y'all this one. I have a fully loaded class, which I do recommend everybody rocking. Is basically you put fully loaded on one of your ARs or one of your SMGs, you know, whatever. It's basically whenever you come back from the Gouge or you have no ammo and you pick this up, it refills your ammo. So think about it like a munitions box when you pick up a loadout. You know, if you have this fully loaded on, it's only for MW weapons. If you have fully loaded on and you pick up the loadout, you're gonna be full ammo. That's what it basically means. So, you know, fully loaded is really good. I highly recommend it. Especially if you come back from the gulag and something and you see that third loadout, second loadout there in the middle of the map or somewhere, pick it up and you full with ammo. You know what I'm saying? Now let me talk about perks for a second. Perks, my opinion, I recommend always using double time just because you get around the map so much faster. But since you are a beginner, you probably don't know how to slide cancel, tactical, sprint, and everything. So I actually recommend either EOD, quick fix, or cold-blooded. Actually, not really. I mean, cold-blooded, maybe cold-blooded because it doesn't trigger a high alert warning. But okay, I'll put cold-blooded in there because there's some like good people that use high alert, and if you can use cold-blooded, it will counteract that. So EOD, cold-blooded, and quick fix. Quick fix is basically when you kill somebody. I recommend quick fix only in trios and quads though. Let's say you kill somebody, you knock them, and since you are in the middle of a gunfight, your health will boom boost up right back up to 100, like literally right away, instant. Cold blood, like I said, it keeps you off thermals and AR targeted system, and it doesn't trigger high alert warning. And EOD, you take less damage from like explosive C4, Semtex and stuff. So probably the best option would either be EOD. Like I said, for me, I've been playing this game for a very long time now. I love getting around the map quick, so I use double time. So that's what I use for me. But you know, everybody got their own thing. Now overkill, you know, since you are gonna use 2 weapons and stuff, you know, that's normal. But restock, high alert, and ghost, best perk in the game. Obviously, if you are a beginner, I don't really recommend it running anything else but ghost and overkill. Get ghost as your second class, or if you are getting ghost as your first class, you know, want to make sure you have a decent primary, so you can use at all ranges, and stuff like that. Now for your third perk, the yellow perk, you know, I don't really see why other people wouldn't use amped. Maybe a sniper wouldn't use amped. But you know, amp is basically where you switch your guns out really quick. Tune up, you just your Warzone, when you revive your teammates, is really fast. It's way faster. It's 25% faster. And then what else? Tracker, for people that don't have headphones, I recommend tracker. Spotter, you kind of see like proximity mines, claymore, C4s, trophies, but nobody really runs this, to be honest. I don't recommend it. Neither battle harder. Not everybody's running around with stuns or anything. There is some situations where this could kind of handy, but in most situations, amped is always gonna beat it, or tune up. If you want that like medic person, if you want to beat that medic person in the squad, you know what I mean. So that's the perks. This I recommend Semtex or C4s. But C4s are not as good as they used to be, but they are good at destroying vehicles that are passing by. So if you want to try that out, If you're just gonna be a camper, run claymores, bro. Run claymores. I'm gonna say it, claymores are good. Also proximity mines are good. You know, they're a good trap, especially for those aggro players like myself. We always fall to those, bro. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't matter how much we play this game, we will always fall to proximity mines and claymores, bro. So if you want to be one of those and use claymores, bro. You know, go ahead, bro. You know, if it works for you, works for you. Now for our tactical, I recommend heartbeat sensor for any beginner. Literally, heartbeat sensor is going to be the best thing ever. But if you want to be stepping up a notch, use stuns. Stuns are probably the most broken thing ever. Best broken lethal. You know, you throw a stun, your enemy cannot move, bro. They only move like this. You know, if you throw a stun one direction, get behind them, simple kill. You know what I'm saying? But it does take more skill to use a stun. So, you know, heartbeat sensor, easiest one to use in my opinion. And yeah, y'all, that's basically it. Have your ghost class ready with fully loaded. I put fully loaded on my Ram 7 here, so whenever I pick it up and let's say I'm low on my ammo, boom, I pick it up and I restock on ammo. I also put a pistol with fully loaded because most of the time I'm using a SMG as my back pocket, so just to reload that or just to drop that ammo for my teammate or something like that needs ammo. And yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it for today's video for the Warzone beginners. Let me know what y'all boys think. If I helped you out in this video, I might do a settings video for beginners. I don't know yet, y'all. I'm just kind of experimenting how this video is gonna do. How is it gonna go? If people are gonna enjoy it or not. So let me know, y'all. I appreciate y'all boys. Take care, and I'm out, bro. Peace.